"Dad, you need to give me Mom's jewelry. For safekeeping." I stared at my daughter across the kitchen table, the same table where I'd helped her with homework 30 years ago. "Safekeeping from what?" She didn't answer, just pressed her lips together. 3 weeks later, 2 men broke my back door at 2 a.m., came straight for the bedroom, knew exactly where I kept the lockbox. I was supposed to be too scared to call the police, too confused to remember faces, too old to fight back. They got one of those 3 right. Before we continue, please subscribe to the channel and write in the comments what time it is where you are now. My name is Walter Harrison. I'm 72 years old. I built houses for 46 years before my knees finally gave out. My wife Martha died 2 years ago. Pancreatic cancer. 8 weeks from diagnosis to funeral. She left me her jewelry. Not expensive stuff. Costume pieces mostly. But her engagement ring, her grandmother's brooch. The pearl necklace I'd saved 6 months to buy her for our 25th anniversary. Things that mattered because she'd worn them. My daughter Jennifer wanted them the day after the funeral. "Dad, I should have Mom's jewelry. I'm her daughter." I was still finding Martha's hairpins in the bathroom drawer. Still reaching for 2 coffee cups every morning instead of 1. "Your mother left instructions," I said. "The jewelry goes to Emma when she turns 18. Emma, my granddaughter. 15 at the time. Martha had been specific in her will. The jewelry would pass to her only granddaughter when she came of age." Jennifer's face went hard. "Emma's a child. I'm the logical person to hold it until then." "Your mother didn't think so." That was March 22. Jennifer called every few weeks after that, always circling back to the jewelry. "Dad, you're living alone. What if something happens? I've got it in a safe. A safe can be stolen." "Then I guess whoever steals it won't get much. Most of it's worth maybe $20 apiece." "It's not about the money. It's about keeping Mom's things secure." But it was about the money. Or at least about control. Jennifer had always needed to be in control. She'd been that way since her divorce 8 years ago. Brad had left her for someone younger. Took half of everything. Jennifer came out of it angry at the world and convinced everyone was trying to take advantage of her. I'd helped her through it. Gave her $12,000 to keep the house. Co-signed her car loan when the bank wouldn't approve her a loan. Watched Emma every weekend for 6 months while Jennifer found herself at some meditation retreat in Arizona. Never asked to be paid back. Never threw it in her face. But after Martha died, something shifted. Jennifer started treating me like I was incompetent, like I needed management. She came by every Sunday, inspected the house, checked the fridge, made comments. "Dad, this milk expired 3 days ago." "I know. I'm finishing it." "You're going to make yourself sick." "I've been drinking milk for 70 years. I think I know when it's bad." She'd sigh. That specific sigh that said she was being patient with an unreasonable child. The jewelry thing came up every visit. "Have you thought more about letting me hold on to Mom's things?" "No." "Dad, you're being stubborn. Your mother made her wishes clear. Mom wasn't thinking straight at the end. The medication—" "Your mother," I said, my jaw tight, "was sharp as a tack until the last day. She knew exactly what she wanted." Jennifer stopped visiting after that. For about 3 months, I didn't hear from her, except for occasional texts. Then she showed up one Tuesday in November. Didn't call first, just appeared on my doorstep at 10 a.m. with 2 cups of coffee and a folder. "I brought you a latte, the way you like it." I hadn't had a latte in my life. I drank black coffee. Jennifer knew that. I let her in anyway. She sat at the kitchen table, opened the folder, pulled out papers. "I've been doing research," she said, "about estate planning, elder care, financial security." "I don't need financial advice." "Dad, you're sitting on a $400,000 house. That's a significant asset." "It's my home. It's equity that could be protected. Optimized." She slid a paper across to me. "I spoke with an attorney. If you transfer the deed to me now, we can avoid probate. Protect the asset from potential creditors." "What creditors?" "Medical debt, nursing home costs. These things add up." I looked at the paper. Quit claim deed. Already filled out. My name, her name. Just needed my signature. You want me to give you my house? It's not giving. It's protection. You'd still live here. Nothing would change. Except you'd own it. Dad, I'm trying to help you. I slid the paper back across the table. I don't need that kind of help. Her mouth tightened. The same expression she'd had as a child when she didn't get her way. Fine. But when you end up in a nursing home and they take everything, don't say I didn't warn you. She left the latte on the table. It sat there for 3 days before I poured it down the sink. Still full. Never touched it. December came. Christmas. Jennifer invited me over for dinner. I showed up at 6 p.m., rang the doorbell. Emma answered. Hi, Grandpa. She hugged me. 15 years old and already taller than her mother. Jennifer appeared behind her. Didn't smile. You're late. I was exactly on time, but I didn't argue. Dinner was tense. Jennifer's boyfriend Ryan was there. Some guy she'd been dating for 3 months. Corporate type. Talked about his portfolio and his Tesla. Walter, Jennifer tells me you're sitting on significant real estate equity. I cut my turkey. Didn't look up. She talks about my business a lot, does she? Just concerned about your financial planning. At your age, asset protection becomes critical. I'm 72, not ancient, and my assets are fine. Medical costs can devastate even substantial estates. I've got Medicare and supplemental insurance. I'm covered. Ryan exchanged a look with Jennifer. The kind of look that said they'd discussed this before. Dad, Jennifer said. Ryan works in financial planning. He's offering to help. I didn't ask for help. You're being stubborn. I set down my fork. Looked at my daughter. Your mother's jewelry isn't leaving my house until Emma turns 18. The house stays in my name until I die. That's the end of it. Silence. Emma stared at her plate. Ryan cleared his throat. Jennifer stood up. I think you should leave. I looked at Emma. She wouldn't meet my eyes. I stood, got my coat. Merry Christmas, Emma. Merry Christmas, Grandpa. Jennifer didn't walk me to the door. I drove home through empty streets. Christmas lights on every house but mine. Martha had always put up lights. I hadn't bothered this year. The house was dark when I got back. Cold. I'd turned the heat down to save money. I sat in my chair. Martha's chair empty beside me. The TV off. That's when I started counting. $12,000 for Jennifer's house. Co-signed car loan for $18,000. 6 years of monthly emergencies. $300 here, $500 there. I pulled up my bank records on the computer. Took me 2 hours to go through everything. $73,000 over 8 years. Not counting the wedding, not counting the down payment on her first house that she'd sold and kept the profit from. Medical bills when Emma had pneumonia. $4,000. The business opportunity that needed $15,000 in startup costs. Lasted 6 months. Never paid back. Every time Jennifer had called asking for help, I'd said yes. When had it become obligation instead of generosity? I opened the spreadsheet, stared at the total. $73,420. Not counting time. Not counting the weekends I'd canceled plans to watch Emma. Not counting the hours I'd spent helping Jennifer move, twice. Not counting emotional support. The phone calls at 2 a.m. when she was crying about Brad, the advice she'd asked for and then ignored. What had I gotten back? Christmas dinners where I got kicked out early. Weekly inspections of my milk expiration dates. Pressure to sign over my house. I closed the laptop. The room felt smaller than it had an hour ago. The jewelry sat in a lockbox in my bedroom closet. Martha's engagement ring. The pearl necklace. Her grandmother's brooch with the broken clasp I kept meaning to fix. Not worth much. Maybe $3,000 if you sold the lot, but Jennifer wanted it. Had been asking for it for 10 months now. Not for safekeeping, not to protect it, for control. That was the pattern, I realized. Jennifer needed to control everything. Her house, her money, her daughter, and now me. I'd become a problem that needed management. January passed. I didn't hear from Jennifer. February, I got a text. Emma's birthday next week. You're invited. 6 p.m. Saturday. No, please. No, we'd love to see you. Just an instruction. I didn't respond. Saturday came. I stayed home, watched a basketball game, ate leftover chili. My phone rang at 8 p.m. Jennifer. Where are you? Home. Emma's birthday was today. I know. I sent her a card. Put $100 in it. You were supposed to be here. I wasn't aware that was mandatory. Silence on the line. Then, what's wrong with you? Nothing. Just decided to spend my evening at home. Emma was upset. Then maybe you should have invited me in a way that felt like an invitation, not a summons. She hung up. 2 weeks later, she showed up again, this time with papers from a different attorney. I'm filing for financial guardianship, she said. I was in my garage, working on a birdhouse. Martha had liked birds. Guardianship. You're showing signs of cognitive decline, forgetting Emma's birthday, being paranoid about simple estate planning. I didn't forget her birthday. I sent a card. You weren't there. That's not the same as forgetting. She set the papers on my workbench. I'm worried about you, Dad. You're not yourself. You're isolated, depressed, making poor decisions. What poor decisions? Refusing to protect your assets, pushing away family, living alone in this big house. I like living alone. I like my house. And my assets don't need protecting from anyone but you. Her face flushed, angry. I'm trying to help you, and you're being cruel. You want my house and your mother's jewelry. That's not help. That's theft with paperwork. You're paranoid. I'm clear-headed, maybe for the first time in years. She grabbed the papers off the workbench. Fine. Figure it out yourself. When you fall and can't get up, don't call me. She left. Tires squealing out of the driveway. I went back to the birdhouse. My hands were shaking. Not from fear, from rage. The kind of rage that builds slowly, that you don't notice until it's choking you. I'd given that woman everything. Everything. And she'd turned into this. Someone who saw her father as an asset to manage. March came. Then April. Silence from Jennifer. I called Emma once. She answered but sounded uncomfortable. Hi, Grandpa. How's school? Good. Fine. Your mom around? She said she's not ready to talk to you yet. What did she tell you? That you're going through something, that we should give you space. I'm not going through anything, Emma. I'm just setting boundaries. Okay. She didn't sound convinced. Tell your mom I love her, even if we're not talking right now. Okay. Love you, Grandpa. She hung up fast. I sat there holding the phone, the house silent around me. This was it, I realized. Jennifer was cutting me off, turning Emma against me. And there wasn't anything I could do about it except wait. 2 weeks later, I got a call from Barbara, my neighbor 3 houses down. Walter, someone was asking about you today. Who? 2 men, younger, 30s maybe. They wanted to know if you lived alone, when you were usually home, if you had family nearby. I spread through my chest. What did you tell them? That they should mind their own business. Then I called you. What did they look like? One was tall, dark hair. The other was shorter, had a tattoo on his neck. They were in a blue sedan. I got the plate number if you want it. She read it off. I wrote it down. Thanks, Barbara. Walter, should you call the police? They didn't do anything illegal, just asked questions. It felt wrong, the way they asked. I'll be careful. I hung up, sat at the kitchen table, 2 men asking about me, about when I was home, if I lived alone. Jennifer knew I lived alone. I called a security company that afternoon, had cameras installed by the end of the week. Front door, back door, garage, driveway. The installer was a kid in his 20s. Showed me how to check the footage on my phone. You expecting trouble? Just being cautious. He nodded. Finished up. Left me with a system that would record everything. I felt ridiculous, paranoid, like Jennifer had said. But I kept the cameras on. May 15th, 2:17 a.m. My phone buzzed. Motion alert. Back door. I grabbed it, pulled up the camera feed. 2 men, black clothing, gloves. One tall, one shorter with something dark on his neck. Barbara's men. The shorter one was working on the door, something in his hand, lockpick maybe. I rolled out of bed, grabbed my phone, dialed 911. 911, what's your emergency? Someone's breaking into my house. 2847 Maple Street. Are you safe? I'm in the bedroom. They're coming in through the back door. Officers are on the way. Stay on the line. Stay quiet. Can you get to a safe location? I'm staying here. I hung up. Pulled open my nightstand drawer. Smith & Wesson 38 Special. Bought it after Martha died. Took a safety course. Practiced at the range every month. I loaded it. Hands steady. That surprised me. Downstairs, I heard the back door open. Quiet. They were trying not to make noise. Footsteps in the kitchen. 2 sets. Then up the stairs. Slow. Careful. I stood beside the bedroom door. Gun pointed at the floor. The door pushed open. The tall one came in first. Flashlight in one hand. Crowbar in the other. He swept the light across the room. Saw the bed. Empty. Turned. I hit him in the face with the gun. Hard. Across the temple. He went down. Out cold. The shorter one came through the door fast. Saw his partner on the floor. Saw me. Oh shit. I pointed the gun at his chest. On the floor. Now. He dropped. Hands up. We weren't gonna hurt you, man. We just... Shut up. Sirens outside. Red and blue lights flashing through the window. I kept the gun on him until 2 officers came. Through the door. Drop the weapon! Drop it now! I set it on the dresser. Hands up. It's my house. I called you. These 2 broke in. The officers checked IDs. Cuffed both men. The tall one was coming around, groaning. They found the crowbar, the lockpicks, and in the shorter one's pocket, a photo of me, and a piece of paper with my address, the layout of my house, where the bedroom was. Where'd you get this? The officer asked. The shorter one didn't answer. Sir, do you know these men? Never seen them before tonight. But that wasn't entirely true. Barbara had seen them. 2 weeks ago. The detective who showed up at 4 a.m. was a woman in her 40s. Detective Ramirez. She sat at my kitchen table, looked at the paper, the photo, the layout. Someone gave them this information. Yeah. Any idea who? I thought about Jennifer, the visits, the questions about the jewelry, the guardianship papers, the silence for 2 months. Maybe. You want to tell me? Not yet. Not until I'm sure. She looked at me hard. These men were here for something specific. They came straight to your bedroom. They had a layout of your house. Someone sent them. I know. You're in danger. I know that too. She gave me her card. You think of anything, you call me. Day or night. The men were charged. Breaking and entering. Attempted robbery. Possession of burglary tools. Bail set at $50,000 each. Both posted bail within 24 hours. Someone paid for that. Someone with money. I called Detective Ramirez. Who posted their bail? Bail bondsman. He won't tell us who paid him. Can you find out? We're working on it. Might take a few days. I changed the locks. All of them. Added deadbolts, reinforced the door frame, bought more cameras, interior ones now, living room, hallway, bedroom. I wasn't taking chances. Barbara came by with a casserole. Walter, you okay? Fine. Everyone's talking about it. Break-in, guns. You hit one of them. He came at me. I defended myself. She set the casserole on the counter. You need anything, you call me. Bill and I are 3 houses down. We can be here in 2 minutes. I appreciate it. She left. I put the casserole in the fridge. Didn't eat it. I wasn't hungry. I was thinking. 2 days after the break-in, my phone rang. Jennifer. Dad, I heard what happened. Are you okay? First time she'd called in 3 months. I'm fine. Someone broke into your house? Yeah. Did they take anything? Interesting question. No, I stopped them. You stopped them. I had a gun. Silence on her end. Then, Dad, you shouldn't have a gun. You could hurt yourself. I hurt someone else. Someone who broke into my house. Still, at your age. Jennifer, why did you call? I wanted to make sure you're safe. I'm safe. Maybe you should stay with me for a while, until this settles down. I'm staying in my house. Dad, it's not safe there. It's my home. I'm not leaving. You're being stubborn again. I'm being smart. I've got cameras now, new locks, and I'm keeping the gun. She exhaled, frustrated. What did they want? The men who broke in? Don't know. They didn't get far enough to tell me. Did they say anything? One of them said they weren't going to hurt me. They just wanted something. What? Didn't say. Another pause. Well, I'm glad you're okay. Thanks. She hung up. I saved the call log. Sent it to Detective Ramirez with a note. My daughter. First call in 3 months. Asked a lot of questions about what the men wanted. She called me an hour later. You think your daughter sent them? I think someone who knows my house sent them. Someone who knew where my bedroom was. Someone who wanted something specific. What would she want? My wife's jewelry. She's been asking for it for a year. Is it valuable? Not really. Maybe $3,000 if you sold it. But my wife left it to my granddaughter in her will. My daughter doesn't like that. Enough to hire someone? I don't know. A year ago, I'd have said no. Now, I don't know. We're pulling phone records for the 2 men we arrested. If your daughter contacted them, we'll find it. How long? Week, maybe 2. I waited. Days felt longer. I didn't sleep much. Every sound woke me. The camera feed showed nothing but raccoons and the occasional stray cat. But I kept the gun loaded. Kept it close. Emma called on May 20th. Grandpa, Mom said someone broke into your house. They did. I'm okay. She said you hit someone with a gun. He broke into my bedroom at 2 a.m. Yeah, I hit him. She's worried about you. Is she? She says you shouldn't be living alone, that it's not safe. Emma, I'm fine. I've got security cameras now, new locks. I'm being careful. She wants you to move in with us. I'm not doing that. Why not? Because your mother wants control of my house and your grandmother's jewelry, but I didn't say that. Because I like my house. I like my independence. I'm not giving that up because of one break-in. Okay. She sounded uncertain. Emma, has your mom been acting strange lately? What do you mean? I don't know. Different. She's stressed. Work stuff. Money stuff. Money problems? I don't know. She doesn't talk to me about it, but she's been on the phone a lot. Sounds upset. Okay. Thanks for calling, sweetheart. Love you, Grandpa. Love you too. Money problems. That was new. Or maybe not new. Maybe just worse. I called my bank. Asked them to put an extra security flag on my accounts. No transfers without in-person verification. The manager asked why. Someone tried to rob my house. I'm being cautious. We'll flag everything. No one touches your accounts without you standing in front of us with ID. Good. Detective Ramirez called on May 24th. We got the phone records. And 3 calls between 1 and the men we arrested and a number registered to your daughter. 2 weeks before the break-in. My stomach dropped. You're sure? Positive. We're bringing her in for questioning tomorrow. Wait. Mr. Harrison, just give me 1 day. Let me talk to her first. This is a criminal investigation. I know. But she's my daughter. Let me try to handle this before you arrest her in front of her kid. Silence. 24 hours. Then we're picking her up. I drove to Jennifer's house that afternoon. Didn't call first. Rang the doorbell. Emma answered. Grandpa, what are you doing here? Is your mom home? Yeah, she's upstairs. Can you get her? Emma disappeared. I heard voices upstairs, then footsteps. Jennifer came down, surprised. Dad, what are you doing here? We need to talk. Alone. She looked at Emma. Go to your room, honey. But now. Emma went upstairs. Jennifer led me to the kitchen. What's this about? I sat at her table. She remained standing. The men who broke into my house. Police traced phone calls between one of them and your number. Her face went pale. That's not possible. 3 calls. 2 weeks before the break-in. I don't know what you're talking about. Jennifer, they're bringing you in for questioning tomorrow. You've got one chance to tell me the truth. She sat down, hard, like her legs gave out. I didn't think they'd actually break in. My chest tightened. What did you think would happen? I asked them to scare you, make you realize you needed family close, that living alone wasn't safe. You hired men to scare me. Not hired. Ryan knew them. They did security work. I just asked them to make some noise. Let you see someone prowling around. So you'd call me. So you'd realize you needed help. They broke into my house with a crowbar and a layout of my bedroom. I didn't tell them to do that. You gave them the layout, the picture, my address. She put her face in her hands. I just wanted you to be safe, to let me help you, by terrifying me. You wouldn't listen. You wouldn't let me protect you. Protect me or control me. She looked up, eyes red. What's the difference? And there it was, the truth she'd been dancing around for a year. She couldn't see the difference between helping and controlling, between love and ownership. Jennifer, they were coming for the jewelry, weren't they? She didn't answer. You told them where it was, what it looked like. Told them to take it and bring it to you. It should be mine. Mom should have left it to me. But she didn't. She left it to Emma. Emma doesn't care about jewelry. She's 15. She'll care when she's 18, when your mother wanted her to have it. Jennifer stood, pacing now. You don't understand. I need that jewelry. Ryan and I are buying a business. We need capital. The jewelry could cover part of it. It's worth $3,000. The ring alone is worth $15,000. I had it appraised. I stared at her. You had your mother's ring appraised? I needed to know its value. When? Last year, after Mom died. You've been planning this for a year. She stopped pacing, looked at me. I've been trying to take care of business. You're sentimental about things that are just objects. Mom's jewelry, this house, they're assets. They should be used. They're my wife's memory, my home. They're wasted on you. The rage came then, hot and focused. I stood. Get out. What? This isn't your house. Get out. Dad, you hired men to rob me, to take your mother's jewelry. From your father, you did that. I didn't mean for them to actually. Get out. She grabbed her purse, walked to the door, turned. You're going to regret this. I already regret having a daughter who'd do what you did. She left. The door slammed. I sat at her kitchen table, Emma's homework scattered across it. A math test, B+. Good kid. I went upstairs, knocked on her door. Emma? She opened it, eyes red. She'd heard everything. Grandpa, I love you. That doesn't change. But your mom and I have some things to work out. Is she going to jail? I don't know. Because of me? Because of Grandma's jewelry? No, because of choices your mom made. You didn't do anything wrong. She hugged me, tight. I don't even want the jewelry. Tell Mom she can have it. It's not about the jewelry anymore, sweetheart. Then what's it about? Trust, and whether we can get it back. I left, drove home, called Detective Ramirez. She admitted it, said she asked them to scare me, gave them the layout, told them where the jewelry was. Did you record this conversation? No, but she'll probably admit it to you too. She's scared. We'll pick her up tomorrow morning. Jennifer was arrested on May 25th. Conspiracy to commit burglary. Solicitation of a crime. Bail set at $25,000. I didn't post it. Ryan did. She was out by evening. Called me at 9 p.m. You did this. You sent them after me. You sent men to rob me. I called the police. That's how it works. I'm your daughter. You stopped being my daughter when you put a price on your mother's memory. I'm fighting this. You'll see. The court will see you're incompetent. That you're making false accusations. I've got phone records. Your own admission. And 2 men who'll probably testify against you for a plea deal." She hung up. The preliminary hearing was June 15th. I sat in the courtroom, Emma beside me, Jennifer at the defendant's table with a lawyer Ryan had paid for. The prosecutor laid it out. Phone records, statements from the 2 men, my testimony. Jennifer's lawyer argued she'd only asked them to check on me, to make sure I was safe, that she never intended a break-in. The 2 men testified, said Jennifer had offered them $2,000 each to retrieve jewelry from my house, that she'd given them the layout, told them I'd be asleep. One of them had texts. "Go after 2 a.m., he sleeps heavy, in and out fast," from Jennifer's number. The judge bound her over for trial. Outside the courtroom, Jennifer grabbed my arm. "You're destroying our family. You destroyed it when you hired men to rob me. I needed that jewelry. And I needed a daughter who loved me more than she loved money." She let go, walked away. Emma stood beside me, quiet. "I'm sorry, Grandpa." "Not your fault. What happens now?" "Your mom goes to trial, probably gets convicted, maybe jail time, maybe probation. And us? You and me? We're fine. You're always welcome at my house. Mom says you hate her. I don't hate her. I'm just done being treated like an ATM with a pulse." The trial was set for August. I spent the summer working on the birdhouse. Finished it, painted it blue. Martha's favorite color, hung it in the backyard. Within a week, sparrows moved in. Emma came over every Saturday. We'd sit on the back porch, watch the birds, talk about school, her friends, her plans. She never mentioned her mother unless I asked. "How's Jennifer?" "Stressed, angry. Ryan moved out." "I'm sorry." "I'm not. He was a jerk." Smart kid. The trial lasted 3 days. Jennifer's lawyer tried to paint me as paranoid, as a man who'd misinterpreted his daughter's concern for control. The jury didn't buy it. Phone records, texts, testimony from the 2 men who'd taken a plea deal. Guilty on all counts. Sentencing was September 10th. Judge gave her 3 years. Suspended to 18 months probation. 300 hours community service. Restitution of $8,000 for my security system and legal fees. She never looked at me during sentencing. I looked at her, though. Tried to see the little girl who used to sit on my lap while I read to her. The teenager who'd cried on my shoulder when her first boyfriend broke up with her. The young woman I'd walked down the aisle. Couldn't find her. Just saw a stranger who'd chosen money over family. After the sentencing, I walked out. Emma caught up with me in the parking lot. "Grandpa, wait." I stopped. "I want you to know I don't blame you for any of this. You should probably be with your mom right now. She doesn't want me there. She said I took your side. You didn't take a side. You just told the truth. I don't know what to do." I hugged her. "You keep being the good person your grandmother raised you to be. You finish school, you go to college, you live your life. What about Mom? Your mom has to figure out who she wants to be. That's not your job." She nodded, wiped her eyes. "Can I still come over on Saturdays?" "Every Saturday. I'll teach you woodworking. You can help me build another birdhouse." "Okay." She left with a friend's mother. Jennifer wouldn't even come out to get her. I drove home alone. The house was quiet. Always quiet now, but it was mine. On my terms. I went to the bedroom, opened the closet, pulled out the lockbox. Martha's jewelry. Still there. Safe. The engagement ring I'd saved 3 months' salary to buy 47 years ago. The pearl necklace from our 25th anniversary. Her grandmother's brooch with the broken clasp I'd finally fixed last month. All of it waiting for Emma, like Martha wanted. I closed the box, put it back. 3 years from now, Emma would turn 18. I'd give it to her then, and she'd know what it meant to be trusted, what it meant to be loved without conditions, what it meant to have family who didn't see you as an asset to liquidate. Jennifer called once more. October, late at night. "Dad, I'm sorry." "I know. I messed up. I let money become more important than family." "Yeah, You did. Can we fix this? I don't know. Time will tell. I miss you. I miss the daughter I used to have, the one who didn't see me as a bank account. I'm trying to be better. Then be better. Not for me, for Emma, for yourself. Can I come by sometime? Can we try? Call first, we'll see. She never called. As of today, November 2024, I haven't spoken to Jennifer in 14 months. Emma comes over every Saturday. She's learning woodworking, getting good at it. Made a jewelry box last month. For her grandmother's jewelry, she said, for when she turns 18. Smart kid. I'm 73 now. Knees still hurt. Hands shake more than they used to. But I'm here. In my house. On my terms. The birdhouse has had 3 families this year. Martha would have liked that. Some days I think about calling Jennifer. Reaching out. Then I remember the 2 men in my bedroom at 2 a.m. The layout they carried. The picture of me. The daughter who valued jewelry over her father's safety. And I go back to my woodworking. You can't fix people who don't want to be fixed. You can only protect yourself and love the ones who deserve it. Emma deserves it. Jennifer has to earn it back. That's where we are. That's the story. If you like this story, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and share your impressions in the comments. To listen to more stories, click on the window on the right. Thank you for being with us.